So what's up, fellas? How y'all doing? We had one hell of a week with UFO hearings. Not sure y'all want to add to that. What y'all think about it? Some highlights.
Man, it just was bugging me out, man. Was more I don't know what's worse, us seeing it or it's been a week later and people still not like the guy was saying on this YouTube show. People still not talking about it. Like if you listen to the whole, it was a 2 hour little talk conversation they had. Dude, he said so much wild shit up there. I mean, is he said literally they had an altercation with a ship. They fucking up here playing Independence Day, and we don't know shit about it.
Fucking Star Wars in this bitch.
They having Star Wars, and we don't know nothing about this. And it's going on. Be quiet.
Well, the way that I took what I took away from the whole thing was him coming forward because of the whole safety protocols going on between like the military and them having these encounters with the UFO. So his whole thing is really about the safety component as far as like if there is some type of sightings or interactions with them, there's like not a way to kind of like document that and report it, and people's livelihoods or jobs or careers are pretty much going to be in jeopardy if they report certain things, and
Hey, hold
certain
on, cause
powers that be don't want to take it serious.
yeah, G, like you said, though, Mister, like they talking about it's like y'all, this shit real. Feel it's real out here. I can say it to y'all. Look, and don't trip, cause I'm a little HIGH, but I really like it. Really took me for a loop. Like, damn, this is going on out here, y'all.
Man, to me, it just read like it's a bunch of cowards out here. If
Okay,
you
why you
ask
feel
me.
like that? Why you feel like that?
Simply put, man, like if you're in a position where you see some shit like that and you worried about your career when the entire fucking world could be at risk,
And real,
that's like
for
every
real.
movie. That's like every movie where the world, the ending is on the line and somebody got to slow down and kiss and hug and have a conversation and shit.
Hey,
Like, what the
it
fuck is
go
y'all doing, man?
like, dude,
For
like this is
real.
that shit. Like this is really happening. And I swear you hit the dead on the head. You like, dude, they finna blow up the world. And like you said, y'all over here kissing the world. But I think, like you was saying too, he was like a lot of stuff he still couldn't say. He said so much shit, and he still has. He like when they was asking, have y'all been trying to regenerate these ships and fly them yourselves? And the guy was like, man, yeah, we just seen people die doing that as well. But you gotta understand the physics and these people down here trying to do something with alien tech, well, and they can't. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to even just know what's going on. And he like, if we don't lost some people just trying to refly the stuff.
Yeah, that's what Commander Fravor said as far as the maneuvers that he saw with that Tic Tac UFO.
Yeah,
He said if a human was doing that, they couldn't survive doing that because of the
the
G
mock,
force.
the G force, all the mocks. Yeah, he was like, dude, he was like, it's nothing that we have. He said it's
Nothing.
nothing that our adversaries have. He said it's nothing that we will have 10 years from now that can do what the Tic Tac did.
Man, I
And
was watching this interview with this guy. He like the lead UFO uh like specialist who actually debriefed the guy who had the deposition, and
mm-hmm.
Okay.
he was like they had 100 times more proof than what he was able to depose.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Like
it's
they
like,
said.
it's like if this shit is really happening and they feel the need to kill people off or not risk their jobs to secure what exactly? Because if it is an actual threat, then at any time this shit we could be fucking wiped off the face of the earth. Like, why is
And,
y'all?
and
What are
we
y'all
wouldn't
doing?
know shit. We wouldn't know why. And we
We
wouldn't
wouldn't
know
know.
why.
We'd
We
have just
wouldn't know
woke
why.
up the next morning and been fucking vaporized or some shit. You
To
know what
some,
I'm saying?
but and like I said, I don't understand why they just like a lot of the stuff that they was telling. Like the dude, what was the other pilot name, Mister, that was on the East Coast in Virginia, and he said that's the one that said it was a cube that was inside the sphere.
Yeah, it was a clear sphere with like a dark cube inside of it.
Cube inside of the sphere.
Hmm.
Phil, these pilots out here seeing this shit. And then some of the people from Congress, they was like, well, because the lady was like, so we also have commercial pilots that see this shit.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nigga, we flying to Arizona news and see a whole spaceship. Like, well, we'll be landing in about 20 minutes. Y'all put your seatbelts in. Like, like
I
that shit
mean, you know what?
crazy.
The guy, I can't think of his name. I've been watching his interviews every fucking day since y'all had me on this shit. He was
Right.
like a lot of those ships that they be seeing be revamped military vehicles that they have already
Already trying to do that shit.
yeah, they
I
already
believe that.
there. And he was like that it was like I think he said Costa Rica or some shit. Some island that they had dropped off a lot of human test subjects, and they were all military. There was a military vehicle that dropped off the test subject
Damn.
on this island, and it was like a lot of people just be so caught up in the idea that it's aliens out here, when a lot of the ships that they be seeing actually be
It's us that's up there
yeah
flying that shit. Hey, what about the one Mister the same way he was like, but he's like, yeah, they pulled not alien, he said not human bodies, not human. He said unhuman. He said I'm not gonna call them aliens. He said
Yeah,
he said I'm not gonna say aliens, but they were not human.
right. He called them non-human,
Not human.
bio something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of went out his way, right, not to say the word alien. So just to kind of
Hey, because
keep
guess
it
what? In a minute, that's gonna be a derogatory name.
human
Right. Yeah.
Don't be
alien.
calling
LGBT
them no aliens.
LGBTQ alien.
Yeah, alien. Don't be calling them that. That's disrespectful. You call them non-human, but that's crazy as hell. Nah, don't call them aliens. That's like saying nigga.
So
Yeah.
we got aliens. What does that mean for the rest of the world? Because I mean, this shit been completely public. I know it's got millions and millions of viewers, but it still seems like people just don't want to accept that this might be our reality now.
And yeah,
Well,
I love because that's what we talked about last week about like where we come from and all that. If these people out here, if they out here, it's a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
It's gonna
some
question
people.
a lot of shit, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Go
it's
ahead,
some
man.
people that still view them as quacks that just want some attention. But until we get that that whole presentation of like aliens coming down and going in front of Congress, just like in Mars Attacks.
In fact, yeah,
I mean, all this shit is just hearsay.
that's
Obviously
what
they can't say any classified material out in public, but like until then, like I do want to see the shit with my own two eyes, as far as like aliens coming down on a ship and then marching to
right.
Congress, and then we try to have a dialogue with them. I mean, I would love to see that, but it's not gonna
I
happen in
don't
our
want to see
lifetime.
that shit at all,
Uh,
bro. I'm straight.
dude, that but it's so crazy.
I'm
Y'all say you
straight.
don't want to see it or it won't happen in our lifetime. It's like the dude was saying, that shit could happen 20, like you said, 20 years from now. That shit can happen 20 days from now. You
It
just
can
never
happen
really
fucking
know.
tomorrow. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I was
you
watching
just
this video with this guy. He was talking in a crowd, and like this female walked up to him, and they had like a brief exchange, but then she reached her hand out to shake his hand, and he was like, I'm sorry, I don't shake hands with women. It's my religion. And she was like, oh well, I don't need to talk to you then, because that's against my morals. And it was like a whole lot of people just going back and forth arguing about, yeah, she had a right to do this. Who is he to not observe her customs, yada yada yada. That's a prime example of
what's
why
that?
fucking aliens land on this fucking planet, and we try to greet them, and we don't know how to accept or understand their customs. We just gonna fuck up
We
because
gonna fuck up, G.
we don't have the capacity or the patience to deal with people different from us. Well, I ain't gonna say all of us, but certain folks.
Yeah.
Hey, are
And
you referring to
leaders.
that Hebrew Israelite as far as that exchange that he had with like a?
Yeah,
Okay, I know, you know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was kind of
yeah.
it's kind of weird that whole argument interaction. So
Like I know plenty of motherfuckers that don't shake hands. You just gonna cry and run away. Like what the fuck is that? Come on,
Because
man.
you don't understand their religion.
right,
I mean,
she
even
she
if
viewed
you
it she viewed it as like a sexist thing, and he just like saying like I just don't shake hands with women because it's against my religion. I mean, you gotta respect it.
exactly, but the thing is like the conundrum is, well, you're not respecting me for my custom, so it's an elitism there. But when you put it out there, it's like motherfuckers don't just be going around shaking hands with everybody. Like, how do you? Who is it that just go up to strangers and start shaking hands? Like
Yeah.
it's common, but I wouldn't even consider that like a American thing. Like I mean, it's an American thing, but I don't consider it a custom. Like I don't feel the
Right.
need to shake every fucking body
Out
hand.
of the way, you don't have to shake everybody's hand. Right. I
Yeah,
feel
Well,
you.
fist bumps, elbows, knives, all kind of ways of acknowledging the person that's going to talk to you.
Right.
How
I
the
mean,
fuck you
honestly,
gotta stand on one? Like that's the only way to communicate.
honestly, for me, post pandemic, if I shake someone's hand, like my first thought is to get to some sanitizer as soon as possible. Th-
Truth
that
be
just
told, I don't like shaking people's hands because these motherfuckers don't wash their hands, dude.
mm-hmm,
Point blank. I go to the bathroom every day, and 9 times out of 10, a motherfucker get out the stall and walk right out the door.
yeah,
9 times out of 10, I just be like, you motherfuckers just nasty. And the
I
yeah.
crazy
can't do
thing
that.
is,
I can't do
their
that in my
leaks.
own bathroom, in my own house. I watch, like, I'm being for real,
How do you
because
not wash your hands though?
you just want, yeah, it's like it comes with it. It goes with the washroom.
That's like getting
That's
in
the
the
custom.
shower and not
And walk
washing your
right
feet
out.
or some shit.
Right. I mean,
You
it
in the
goes with it. You use the bathroom, you wash your head, it goes with. Dude, I can't stand when I go in restaurants. They got signs say all employees need to wash their hands. If you gotta put that in the bathroom, something wrong, man.
That's you already know that people. That's just a statement of how people are unclean, just generally. And you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying. But yeah, you expect me to be out here shaking everybody's hand? Nah, I ain't doing
that's why I always dab niggas and say, "What up, nigga? What up? What up? What up? Hey, I dab women up.
Mm,
I dab
mm.
women. What's up? That just to be cruel. Just because nigga, I'm not gonna shake your fucking head.
it. Man, if I don't know you, you got zero chance of me shaking your hand.
Right, like if I say y'all because I miss y'all, hey, what's up? But I know the three of us straight.
Exactly. If I go now, if I'm out, because I do these conferences and stuff all of the time, and you know,
Uh-huh.
people, start talking to you, they want to shake your hand. I just start pointing that shit. I be
Right.
like, yeah, so this over here, yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, I ain't for all that, bro. I ain't trying to do all the handshaking.
Uh,
Unless I was in the bathroom with you and didn't talk to you, but seeing you wash your hands, and I just
Right.
happened to run out to you out there full day, I might shake your hand. I might be more inclined to do it. But just in general, nah, I ain't for all that
I ain't
handshakes
doing
because
that.
I know people nasty. And
mm-hmm.
that's the
Right.
same thing, man. Aliens land here, they come off their ship, they look around. Motherfuckers gonna be sitting there staring, pulling out cameras. You don't know how that's gonna affect them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Gee,
You
nigga,
know what I'm saying?
everybody, I'm gonna put out my camera, nigga.
I know, but I'm gonna pull out my camera from the back of the crowd. I ain't trying to be.
Right, no, I ain't gonna be here. I want the 300 seats that day.
Exactly. I'm matter of
And
fact,
mention, matter of fact, I'm gonna do like I always do. I'm just watching on MSNBC.
man, I'm not gonna be the first one out there, bro.
I ain't gonna be the
If they
first
just
one
happen to
out
be
there.
there when they happen to come down while I'm out there, I'm easing my way to the back of the crowd. I'm making sure I got clear exit pathways. I'm out of that bitch. I ain't trying to be involved in that.
But
Like
going back to that, y'all, it's like, well, I'm sorry to cut you off here, but going back to that, it's like, guys, it's like the dudes. It's the first part of the comment is there's are there extraterrestrials? Yeah, he said, and they're out there right now. That's how the motherfucking had it started, had the conversation started in Congress. He said they're out there right now. And it's not just we saying an alien, dude. It's different species. It
I
really
mean,
is.
yeah. Why
Mm.
would we expect it to be just one? If it's one, it's 100. If it's 100, it's 1,000.
It's a
All right.
thousand.
All right. With
That's it.
technology that's way advanced than ours, we just
And the
saying.
Exactly.
thing is, you see how we multiply, just blacks, Mexicans, whites, we integrate, whatever. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Y'all, that shit, I'm being honest, it's spooky and it's exciting at the same time. I mean, that was that post I put on Twitter a long time ago. Well, I put on X now. I can call it
It's
X.
X. Yeah, it's X.
It's X, yeah. I'm trying to put on X. But it was like either we the only people in this galaxy or it's aliens in this galaxy. Either thought it's the scariest thought in the world.
Yeah. True.
It's like
Fact.
it's the scariest thought in the world. If it's just people here on Earth and this whole entire galaxy know how big it is, that's scary. And
I,
to know that there are aliens out in these galaxies, that's scary as fuck too. No
I mean,
matter what you
honest. I
say.
mean, honestly, like prior to this hearing, did you always believe that though? Because to
I
me,
did believe it though, yeah. But I
you,
just when you hear somebody, and this the truth too. If you hear somebody say, I swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God." And they're volunteering to come here because they want to protect. They want to protect the world. These dudes telling y'all the fucking truth, y'all. They not blowing smoke up y'all ass. Shit fucked up out here.
yeah.
People see people see shit. I follow all this shit on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook. Dude, they just, people. Everybody got phones. We see the shit.
Yeah.
Like
I
I
mean,
was
it's to
telling you
the
about
point
out
now
there,
where
Sedona and shit. We see the shit, man.
it's to the point now where it's like because of our ability to communicate in real time across the world,
Anywhere.
we can't escape it. We inviting ourselves to the rest of the universe like that.
And that
You know
is
what I'm
true. I
saying?
think that is true.
If we wake up one day and we on the phone, you know what I'm saying? We can't call nobody. Then the next generation, we got phones, we can call people. Then slightly after that, we can call people across the country. Then after that, we can see people across the country in real time and talk to
In
them.
real time. So what's the next thing?
That's
We can be
that's
in the
the,
same area.
that's exactly what I'm
And
saying.
I'm gonna ask you guys this. That's why I think like they said, we found this shit in the 30s and the 40s. I think they've been here, and we're using different stuff. You know what I'm saying, to make them like we're using different stuff to make the shit that we're having now, like Wi-Fi. Like I'm there's very intelligent people out here, but
Yeah,
Wi-Fi,
yeah. I mean,
5G.
all that shit is most of the world's splendor comes from technological advancement that stems from military projects. You know what I'm saying?
that's how we
It's
got
And
the
only
GPS.
yeah.
whatever else goes into that. Exactly. Exactly.
Hmm.
Thing is now it's like with so much availability for us to communicate, that may have been a step in what invites them to be more communicative with us.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, okay, we can't really talk to y'all because y'all ain't on our level. Now y'all getting closer to our level. You
So we
know,
need to we can start to more open up. We starting to see it. So now we studying y'all, and we like, okay, it's getting there. They getting there.
Yeah,
right?
but like even as we get more advanced in our technological skills, they're gonna possibly be advancing as well,
Oh
light years
yeah,
ahead of us. So
absolutely.
I don't think we'll ever catch up with them.
Nah, I would.
Now that's
I
the
don't
thing.
think
If
that's
they
possible.
fly, yeah, like I think I said this in a few episodes ago. Though, if they fly here, they're clearly the superior being.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? We trying to fly to the moon and fly to Mars. If they can fly wherever the fuck they came from to Earth, yeah, they got it.
And this is
Right.
without a visible indication of like a fuel source. It's like
Right.
they're using gravity as like their fuel per se.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
Yeah.
that's,
that is insane. Just to go from the surface of the water up to 80,000 feet, which is space, within 2 seconds.
dude. He said when they was chasing him, he said he was close to him. He was right there on the side of him. He said the next 2 seconds later they was 60 miles ahead of him.
Right.
60 miles. He said in 2 seconds they were 60 miles ahead of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like he said. whatever they got, in 10 years, we wouldn't have what the fuck they got. 10 years from now.
And then we got to find out how we can survive those type of
That
maneuvers.
Yeah,
maneuvers.
yeah,
We ain't count for the motherfucking people that's inside the non-humans that's inside this shit. We just
right,
talk about the moves on the outside. That be somebody doing that. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
I mean, just like we talked about last week, we got to worry about like the rollout of like the ride sharing helicopters. So we got to find out how many fatalities are going to come out of that before we're
We
comfortable
worried
using
about
that.
that. We worried about fucking helicopters.
I mean, rest in peace, Kobe. You know, he was a casualty of that, but
Yeah,
so
we got to
unfortunate.
worry about helicopters. If we can make it on the right, they got a path for a path. And this dude doing all type of zigzag.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's crazy because, like, you know, when you keep something this level of secret, two things, two parts. One, if they could keep this from us for 70 years, what else they keeping from us? That's the breakdown of government right there, because you have no trust at that point. And I
70,
mean,
80 years.
yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, like, if you can keep this from us, why would you keep this from us when you could give it to us and we all of us can collectively pour into that technology? Because it could have pushed the entire civilization forward. Like, what gives them the right to basically put the human race in a solid state when we supposed to be progressing?
I see what you're saying, but like to me, I look at it as like an arms race. I mean, we're still going up against other nations, you know, China, Russia.
Yeah.
But see, that's just the thing, though. Okay,
you would think
like,
it would bring us together, and it would. No, it wouldn't bring us together.
Okay, so this the thing, though. This the thing, like, whether you do it or not, whether you tell the world or not, the world's going to advance at the pace that the world advances at, right? So we already see other countries outpacing us in education. That's going to eventually change to them outpacing us in technology, which in a lot of cases it has already, which is going to eventually get them to the point where they're outpacing us in their military capability. So that really is a moot point. If I give the information to the world to create a power source that could, you know what I'm saying, power an entire city, that's not for one country to hold. By you withholding that, that's going to make people have angst against you. You become the threat. So everybody else began on you.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
That's why this country is so hated by a lot of other countries. Because we have such a strong military.
And we keep shit to ourselves.
Yeah.
You got to find out how to do this on your fucking own.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that, man.
It's a double-edged sword. But I mean, like I say, what one of them doomsday movies? I can't think of which one it was. When probably an asteroid was coming to Earth. It had what was that? Damn.
Bruce Willis?
Nah, it wasn't Bruce Willis. The guy who was in Superman.
Where it was Henry Cavill?
No. The movie where like the world was gonna flood and they was building all these arcs, but the arcs was already built in all these different countries and stuff.
John Cusack.
Yeah, and that John Cusack movie.
It was like 2019. I think that was the name of like 2017. It was the Mayan calendar.
It was no, it was 2012.
Yeah,
2012. Yeah, it was the Mayan calendar. Yeah, it was based off that. Yeah.
They kind of created the concept of everybody working together to avoid this disaster. You know what I'm saying? Those arcs weren't built in the US. They had to fly to Indonesia or some China or some shit where they was building.
In the movie Greenland. In the movie Greenland, they had arcs out in Greenland and some other countries as well.
Right.
So
it's
like, that lottery. Just told me to watch that.
Yeah, it was good. I thought it was good.
Somebody just texted me that. Said, "Told me to watch that."
Yeah, it was good.
Greenland? I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, Greenland.
It's on Netflix.
Where did I see that? I probably saw it on one of the premium channels.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I say, man, in order for us to advance as a civilization, this international divide, it gotta go away.
I mean, honestly, an alien
Wait.
encounter.
So what he said? Let me say this for one quick, Mister. So what you're asking for is world peace,
No, that'll never happen. But
right?
but the world could be equally as functional if everybody was on the same playing field. The
Or that
problem
would
is
happen.
everybody on different playing fields.
Yeah, but that would happen if we have an alien invasion, just like Independence Day, where
No,
like the
it
whole
won't.
world
That would
was on
bring
one
it
accord.
together.
It won't. It won't, because it's
I
be
think
too
it would.
late. Everybody gonna act independently to protect themselves.
I don't know, man. I think that people
So you
or
trying
countries
to in
will put their
People get
Independence
differences
Day?
together for the
aside.
greater good.
In Independence Day, did Russia send any fucking planes over here to help us fight?
No,
No,
but
they
we
protected
all
their
had
own
to
country.
right. But when we found out how to beat it, we told everybody.
Right. They did the Morse code to spread the word.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
so they
yeah.
do that. You know, we
So
protected
So you
we let
think we're gonna do
everybody.
that? So you think that this world, this United States of America, knowing
Yeah,
that we got this advanced technology that we already not sharing the world with for 80 years, then kept it a secret. Now when the aliens come, we gonna help somebody else? I
it
don't
will
think so.
be
let me
it
say
will be
this, Ken.
called it will be called Operation Mankind. It would be mankind versus some alien species out
Whatever
there trying to fuck
species,
us up.
right?
It's
But
gonna be the United States protecting the United States, letting
nah,
everybody else blow the fuck
I
up,
think,
No,
and
no.
then we gonna go over there and it's gonna be a united countries of the world.
Phil, these crashes, this shit ain't just happened just in North America.
Fact, that's true.
They got spaceships in Russia. They got these. That's the thing. Like we were saying earlier, these motherfucking alien ships are everywhere.
Yeah.
And if we're shooting at if like the dude we shooting at them and they shooting at us, then that do mean we got some shit from wherever we got it from that we know we can bring these spaceships down. They're coming from galaxies away,
Hey,
and
So
we
hey,
can
y'all.
shoot them fucking down.
Hey, as a matter of fact, if y'all see the documentary, it was just recently made. It was called Moment of Contact. It was a crash back in '96 in Brazil. And when that crash happened, supposedly the U.S. military came and retrieved the actual alien and the craft. And I assume that they kind of brought everything back here. So yeah, if stuff is happening in other countries, yes, the U.S. will definitely be involved in it.
I mean, I don't
But
doubt that.
yeah,
I just think like if we would, there has to be. It probably exists already. Like they were talking about how the ships that was being built or reconstructed was a joint venture between other countries.
Okay,
Because
right.
if you think about it, like if these ships are crashing and landing in all these other countries, somebody gonna try to take advantage of that shit. Everybody ain't gonna just sit
Hey,
on the technology.
and somebody kind of know what they're gonna know what the fuck they doing too. Not,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be
So
you
you
gonna
know a
catch
lot of
somebody that be like, oh, okay, I see how this works.
and see, and it's gonna have to be a whole lot of money going into it. So it probably is some type of international cabal. You know what I'm saying? That's funneling money into this research and
hmm
making this shit happen. So that because ultimately, like I said, if it's a power source that comes along that eliminates the need for electricity or gas, that's a lot of money people not going, you know what I'm saying, want to lose.
well,
Yeah.
it's the corporations that won't want to lose that money.
Exactly. That's why the corporations is part of that cabal.
And they actually mentioned that during the hearing, as far as how certain contractors are pretty much kind of involved in some of this
Dude, a lot of private
retrieval.
contractors, yeah, the private contractors, and they be saying they really don't have to answer to the
Right.
government and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think just right now, man, it's time for people to just stop the bullshit. You know, it's out here. It's pretty much evident that the shit happening. If to me, if you gonna put something out there like this at this level and then not be investigated to the degree of all this information get overturned and made public, to
Yeah,
me, it's just like the country, the world just think that these people are just a joke, and it's completely
Mm.
evident. Like, what do people do at that point with that information, with all this information? If they don't, shit, is that the reason why all of a sudden they think they reinvestigating Tupac murder? They trying to keep people, they trying to keep niggas from
they trying to
paying
keep all,
attention.
and they doing it. We open up the case. We gonna find something. Come on, y'all.
That case been
Y'all,
solved already.
what?
Do y'all know who killed him?
They said that the guy who killed him was basically telling everybody, but he was being ignored or some shit.
Yeah, yeah. His name was Orlando something, but yeah,
Yeah,
Orlando Brown.
yeah,
Orlando. I want to say Brown.
that's a
something like
basketball player.
No, but I think his name was Brown. No, I'm serious.
yeah. But hey, speaking of government conspiracies, have y'all seen the movie They Clone Tyrone?
I couldn't. I watched it. It was on, but it got too stupid. Like I
I
could.
mean, that's the gist, though. I mean, like as far as having Jamie Foxx in it, and
But he wasn't a clone.
Jamie Foxx.
I mean, I
No,
don't remember. Let me say this. I watched that movie Nope, and I had a bad trip. I was off a gummy, and I watched They Clone Tyrone, and after a while, when they go through the elevator, and they with all these white people and all, and trust me, if you
yeah,
was going
that's.
through,
I,
it got that scared me though, because I'm like, oh, that shit real, y'all. You know, like I'm that high, so it messed me up. I didn't enjoy the movie. I didn't enjoy it. It was a bad night.
I mean, like
yeah,
clearly, as far as the actors that was in it, clearly they didn't take it serious. I mean, they were just having fun with it. I thought it was a good storyline. They were just
What
fucking
year was it
around.
in, Mister? What year was it?
It was. I think it was current.
no, I mean like what year was it supposed to be filmed? Like
No.
what time
Right.
time
What
period?
time period?
I don't think that was really
It
overt.
seemed like it was 90s or something. It
You
did
would
say
say
it did
80s and
mention it.
90s by the cars, right?
Yeah,
But Jamie Foxx says this is 9/11 type shit. 9/11 didn't happen in 2000. And then
right.
Jamie Foxx also said he was pimp of the year in 95, but he said it like that was like it just had happened.
Yeah, I was
And I'm
watching it,
telling you,
man. Like I
because
said,
when
it
you
was
high, you paid attention to everything. And I'm like, and I'm still trying, because the way the cars look and the way they dress, well, Jamie
right.
dressed as a pimp. The other guy dressed like a thug from 89 to the 90s, but they played I'll Be Sure song like it was a new hit.
Right. It was a little. I think that was probably what lost me. It felt kind of. I don't know. It just started to seem like gibberish for me after that elevator
Yeah.
scene. I just was like, "What the fuck going on?" I couldn't.
Hey,
I
you should
wasn't
have,
paying that much attention to it. Like I
you
said, it
should
was
have,
just
both of you motherfuckers should have seen it off of Gummy. Nigga, I was like, what the fuck is going on? What am
It's
I
the chicken.
watching?
It's the chicken.
It was in a chicken,
It
G.
was the chicken. It was the grape
The
drink. It
grape
was the
juice,
perm.
it was everything. But G,
Yeah.
they was fucking that chicken up. G, and
They
that's
was
what I'm telling
laughing
you,
like a
y'all.
motherfucker, boy.
And then they all stopped laughing. And then I'm like, am I high or is this movie get high? You know, I'm like, dude, what the
hmm
fuck is going on? So I didn't really. I matter of fact, after I cut it off, I'm never gonna watch it again because I did that with Dope, and I started thinking the same shit I was thinking when I was high before, and I don't. It's a bad feeling, y'all. It's about like how the world is, and like feels it was really going on out here with the aliens and shit, and I just bugged the fuck out. I swear to y'all, bro. I bugged the fuck out, like dude, because I be so high, you always asking yourself questions, and it's like y'all, like you said, it's stuff out here, and we really act like we don't know or don't give a fuck. And then that's what you always ask yourself: is it more to life than what we doing?
But yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm
if
saying?
it-
Is it more to
that's
life than
that's
this
that's the
planet? What
matrix,
else?
bro. That's the matrix. We so programmed. We don't want to be unprogrammed because of what do you get when you're not programmed no more?
And
You know
that's
what I'm
my whole
saying?
point. And you say that and you really mean it. That's how I feel. Like when I'm high and I get so scared because like I know it's something more than just this motherfucking matrix we living in. But I can't prove it. And if I could prove it, it's just like seeing the alien. I'd probably be more scared than to be excited
Right.
because I'm
So,
so used to this.
if y'all believe that we're in a matrix, do you want to take the red pill and just live
Ignorance
in
is
the real
bliss,
world?
G. No, I would
I'm
want to
saying,
be
like, are you
ignorant.
willing to sacrifice you not being around your wife and kids and like your friends, your family? Would you
No,
would you would you take the red pill right now, or just still just
take the
like
green
living?
pill. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna live in the matrix.
You live in a matrix.
Ah,
Okay.
he flip flop. He flip
No,
flop.
no,
We had
no,
this
no.
conversation before. We
No, I'm
had the
saying I
same
don't want, but I
conversation,
want,
and you
but
said you didn't. You was gonna take the red pill, and you was
but
gonna live
guess
in the
what?
real world. Find the video. Find the evidence, Rob. He
Phil,
flip flop.
Phil. No, if I'm saying, oh, call me a flip flop because I'm telling you, ignorance is bliss. I don't want to know what's really out there. I really don't want to know that. You know, and you say flip flop, I can say I changed my mind. I don't want to. I don't want to live like that. Like I don't want it to be. The best part of that scene when he found out he in the real world, he throws the fuck up
Right.
because
It was a shock.
it was
Yeah.
so shocking. You just throw up. Like you be like, what the fuck was I doing? And I don't want that feeling, y'all.
Yeah,
I
for me,
don't. I
I
would
don't
just
want to
love to
eat.
be with my family and my kids. My
I don't want
dog
to
is
eat
right here.
slop. I don't want to eat slop. I mean,
Right. You want
I
that
work.
steak?
I want.
I work a good job. I mean, in this current first world country where I'm making some decent money, and I got wife, kids, I can pretty much go out and eat whatever I want to eat. I mean, I'm good in
I
this
got I
matrix.
got good friends.
I'm
I
good.
don't want to know. I don't want to know what the fuck really out there. We done
leave,
talked
leave
all
that.
this shit, build it up to this, and say, nah, we don't want to know.
Yeah, leave that shit to the younger generation. Now we too old to be trying to
Oh
get out the
yeah,
matrix.
yeah. We're like 40 plus old men, so yeah, we
Serve that time.
we good. We good.
We good. If we thought like this earlier in our life, we might be the ones finding these spaceships and doing physics on them. But I don't want it.
But I'm straight. That's why I say
I love the three of us going to the club on the Saturday night, getting drunk as fuck, and going home. I'd rather that.
right. I ain't trying to be out here fucking
Yeah,
fighting clones and all that. Learning,
yeah.
having
Motherfucker, get
karate
that
stuff
real
in my brain. I'm
machines.
straight on that.
Look,
Yeah.
real machines that the world really fighting. It's like, oh no, I'm good. Let's worry about the fucking aliens and the fucking AI technology we're gonna have to deal with next year. Not in 4 or 5 years. Next year when this AI shit really blow up.
Right. Because you got to think like the thing with AI is it's not just coming up with solutions to problems that we ask it. If it's truly AI, then it's doing shit while we not paying attention.
It's doing shit. It's always work, dude. We dealing with AI right now with Siri, Alexa, our phone. Whatever I talk about, she want to eat. It's gonna pop up on my Facebook page. I swear, 20 minutes later.
Yeah, it's through the phones. The phones monitoring us.
Yeah,
That's your and that's AI. That's AI.
yeah, that's machine
That's
learning.
what I told you to show the movie Mora or Myra or whatever. I can't think it's on Amazon Prime though. As soon as you sign your disclaimer, if she reads your retina, she know everything that you like. She know your pictures like Facebook, but it's a house. So anything I like that it's gonna have it. It's gonna have it there.
Right, right. And
And it's
I
like,
think I think as a civilization, we think that convenience is more important than individuality, and that's such a problem, man. That's such a problem because we live so much to be. Like, y'all seen Wally, right? The
Yeah, only
little,
once a while ago.
the little robot. I know what you said. I
yeah,
seen some of it when it came out back in the day.
yeah. I mean, that's the way we headed, man. We living too much for convenience. You know what I'm saying? Allowing robots to do this and that and everything else for us eventually gonna
We
lead to
lazy.
us
We
being
don't do
completely
shit.
You
We
know what I'm
don't do
saying?
shit, man.
And I mean, like I said, with the whole AI thing, like with these algorithms evolving, and there's gonna be a point where a machine does some shit ain't nobody tell it to. And when that happens, it's already done. It's already over with.
Mister, that's what I'm telling you. I mean, we always talk about the Terminator and shit. What's gonna happen? Like on the movie I, Robot. What's gonna happen when I tell the robot, the artificial intelligent robot, I need you to go outside and take out the garbage, and that robot look at you and say no.
It's all over.
My thing
That's it. It's
is,
over. That's it.
it gotta be like a kill switch or something.
A
I
kill
never
switch or
seen
not, you
it.
talking about a device that's connected to every other device on the
Did you
face of the
see
earth.
Megan? Did y'all
You
see
can turn
Megan?
it off all you want to. It's already somewhere else. It's
Right.
it's
Okay.
one existence in every single computer on the planet. unless you shut the whole fucking planet off
No, I'm
You
talking
sure?
about my
and
my
wait for the
own
batteries to die.
my
It's
own
nothing to do.
personal kill switch for my own personal robot. So if my robot goes
Uh,
rogue, I got my key fob kill switch in my pocket at all times, just in case this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, go rogue or some shit. So that's what
so
I'm
And that,
so
talking about.
so hold on,
and
hold
that's
on.
what you want to do. That.
Let me stump that theory though. So if a robot at one point decided don't want to do what you wanted to do, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what
That
the
didn't
making.
happen at the moment when you asked it.
It's been
That
thinking
happened
it though.
already. So
It's
you
already
mean
been thinking it's gonna
so
happen.
you think that computer has now already absorbed the information about its own makeup
Mm-hmm.
and fixed that problem?
Did you see Megan? The movie
Th-
Megan. Remember the girl? That's what she did. She AI. She learned about. She like, okay, I see when she puts this, that kills my switch. So let me learn how to stop that switch from doing this. It was in the movie Megan. Dude,
Yeah.
y'all said y'all ain't seen Mission Impossible yet. Tom Cruise is fighting AI.
Oh, that movie came out?
Yeah, the Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1.
So you
That's who the
saw
enemy
Barbie
is.
instead of Mission Impossible?
No,
What you saw,
What?
Barbie?
he said you see Barbie.
Barbie is in there? What are you talking about? I missed something?
He said, did you see Barbie instead of Mission Impossible?
Nah,
I'm
I
saying
ain't
like
seen
Barbie.
it.
Barbie's like the #1 movie right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I ain't seen it yet. I probably ain't gonna
I heard
see
it's
it.
kind of adult too, though, y'all.
Of
Yeah,
course it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
It's got real people in there. You know that shit ain't for kids.
It's got Margaret Robbie in there. They got Harley Quinn in there. But yeah, but in the Mission Impossible, it's a guy that's working with AI that he's like with the AI, but like Vin Rain said, dude, whatever you do, it's already calculated what you're gonna do and where you're gonna be at this situation. Because it's just like with Megan, the reason why artificial intelligence is thinking that, because it knows that the computer's thinking logically, and no matter what, we think emotionally. So you
Yeah.
got to cut off all your emotion, and missing like we said, that's the first way to stop artificial intelligence. You got to it's not hard to think like the robot. You just can't. You got to cut everybody else off.
Yeah,
Once
but
you cut
Phil,
everybody else off, it's just you and the robot.
you haven't debunked my scenario as far as what if I have my own personal kill switch key fob in my pocket at
We
all times?
we
Okay.
said that
So,
artificial
like I
intelligence will run that.
said,
Tell them.
if the moment when you asked the question when it denied you,
Mm-hmm.
when it went against your orders,
Right.
you're assuming that that's the moment where it became self what's the word, self aware.
Self-sufficient, self-aware, self-aware.
You're assuming that. But if in the moment that it took
Yes,
for that computer to become self-aware, every computer became self-aware. So even if you blow yours up, every other system already adopted that technology because it's wirelessly communicating.
because everybody gonna have. Because most people, I think, when you get
Ain't
your
nothing you
first
can do about
robot, when we get our first robots, I'm pretty sure everybody gonna have that kill site, bro. Like you say, Mister. Because it's like anything. We don't. It's not 100% perfect, so we don't put that kill switch. It's just like Mister. It's like what Phil said though. But what's gonna happen? This robot might die, but for now on, all the artificial intelligent robots know this is how you stop the switch from working.
So
However it is.
they got sex robots out there. I believe they're in Japan right now. So like, what's gonna happen when a robot says no?
I
it. It's
know,
gonna break
man.
your dick off inside. gonna cook your shit in there, motherfucker. Gonna fry your motherfucking balls. That's what's gonna happen.
That's what's
Nah,
gonna
we not
happen.
doing that, man. We not doing. Yeah, I'm Will Smith on this one. I don't like robots. I don't fuck with them.
I don't fuck with them. That's how you look at movies. You like, well, Will Smith, he hate robots, but man, most of them are really good robots, you know. But you don't understand
It's always that
it,
one.
right? And that's the thing. You look like, man, Will Smith should have been like that in the movie. And Phil right here, like, man, I ain't trusting them motherfuckers because there's other people that feel like Will Smith. I don't trust this shit.
But see, the thing is though, this is the thing. Like we assume because it's human to assume that there's good and bad. But the core processing of a computer is ones and zeros. There's no in between.
Right.
So
so
there's
right.
not going to be no indecision between two robots.
Yeah.
They're going to all pattern in one direction. And with our human history already being in their grasp and them already understanding, how we are as people, they're not going to decide to give us favor, or they're going to decide what's the best solution to the problem. And if we the problem, it's done. We can't do nothing about it. Our way of living is immediately at that point completely evaporated.
And that's when iRobot becomes motherfucking the Terminator.
Yeah,
now it's gonna get rid of us. Cause now it's gonna get rid of us.
Yeah. So I'm not. I use AI every day. I'm not gonna front, but ain't no robots gonna be in my house. It's not happening. As soon as they start shipping these robots, you know what I'm saying, to people homes, I'm gonna buy me an electromagnetic field generator and some shit. You come to my house with a robot, I'm frying that motherfucker.
Frying that bitch.
Hey, but like, y'all don't think like the wives could like use a robot around the house though?
Nah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they use. My wife was using the iRobot to go around the house to clean up the floor. That's about it.
That's it.
No physical threat to me though.
Y'all just don't need robots that can actually walk around and like talk to you, have a conversation. Like that's like a bridge too far.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to get to a point where the robots have a physical advantage over humans. That's the mistake. Because they already had them robots that play basketball. Y'all seen that, right?
I saw the one that can shoot a basketball, but as far as play basketball, I haven't seen that one.
I mean, essentially, that's if they have that, they're already working on the one that can play. I mean, you seen Boston Dynamics dog everywhere now. That shit's so super common to see. You know what I'm saying? That Boston Dynamics does have a robot that can walk, stand up like a person and walk, and jump and flip and do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, the UK has a robot, and Eric, I sent you a clip of that like a while ago, in which like this robot can literally make just about every human facial expression.
Yeah, they had a conference. They had a conference with all them AI robots.
Yep, exactly.
Where they was talking to each other.
Yep.
Come on, Brian. Why do we not see this shit? I mean, we made movies about this shit to warn us, and we still follow right down.
I mean, honestly, I mean, like technology, it's just so fascinating. I mean, I just want to know like how far we can take it. I mean, I kind of want to see it.
You want to be around to see it, G? Y'all don't.
See, he want to take the red pill now. You being indecisive.
Wait, but the government will cover everything up. Hollywood is the big mouth. The government gonna be like, we not telling y'all nothing. Hollywood try to show y'all the shit is out here, or we want to have this.
I mean, it's
first
just
time y'all saw Minority Report. It blew everybody mad. Like the first, how we gonna stop crime before it even happened?
Yeah.
And then the computer, the touch screen that he doing all in the air. We got that shit now. But back then we was like, oh my God, we were so fascinated. But it's like
that shit was just green screens back then.
Yeah, but that's what he's saying. Somebody had the mind to predicate it. You know what I'm saying? To kind of think about
it. Yeah.
To bring it to reality.
Bring it to reality.
Yeah.
And usually they had the shit already. You just don't know about it.
So get your gun.
Hollywood, yeah.
Our guns ain't gonna mean nothing. They got lasers and lightsabers and shit. So
they got lasers. Hey, but they got them. Hey,
well, what you gonna do? Just bow down and get your head get chopped off?
If them aliens come down and they be like, vroom, and they pull out, you be like, oh shit. Hey, dude, I'm kneeling first.
You do.
You just say, fuck it, we lost.
We lost, dude. Why you kneeling, nigga? They got lightsabers, shit.
See, Eric gonna want to be like the human lieutenant. He gonna want to join them and shit.
He gonna be Ruckus. What's his name?
Who?
What's the dude from damn, I can't never think of the name of these shows. Uncle Ruckus.
Oh yeah, Boondocks. Yeah, Uncle Ruckus.
Kill them niggas. I was on the alien been saying this whole time.
The
Don't
whole
call us
time.
aliens. We non-human bios, motherfucker. They calling us. I'm looking at the aliens. They calling us aliens. Yeah, watch all these motherfuckers over here.
Oh
So
man, y'all niggas stupid.
I swear y'all some fools, man. But
I
gee, this
mean,
this is a big subject, and I love we can laugh and joke about it, but it's a big subject, man.
it's real though, man. Remember the movie V, the TV
Yeah,
series V?
yeah.
A lot
They
of
was
people for a
listening,
long
people.
time been talking about how it was people with reptiles with human
Reptile, yeah,
skin.
yeah. Listen, people. They. I still hear that once every blue. They say
Yeah,
that's a form of alien. They say that's. It's a lot of shit on Twitter, on YouTube. It's got all different races, and it said they are out here that people have
Yeah,
seen. Like the short green eye, the Martians, the big black eyes, the big head. They like dark gray, like a darkish green. Everybody put those in their movies because they know for a fact that people have seen that. People that have, they seen that type of alien, a little small Martian.
mm-hmm.
They did. People didn't just guess and just everybody guess the same thing. No, it's got to be something out there that people knew like this how it's gonna look. This how they look. And the same thing with other shit. And when it go to like space movies, right now to me, and I like a lot of them, but the one with Bill Pratt. I mean, what's his name? Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt, yeah, the one he was in on Amazon Prime. I mean, the entry was the coldest entry. They was playing soccer, and then on the soccer field, the dude got the break, and then they all just come on the soccer field, and they stopped the whole thing like we're you from the future.
oh, you talking about
And
Tomorrow People?
yeah, the Tomorrow War, yeah, no,
Yeah,
not the
Tomorrow War. Yeah,
Tomorrow War.
Yeah, I
They
didn't see
said
that.
dude, that shit was
yeah, it
dude,
was a
because they
good
was fighting
movie.
the alien that they had the alien was already on Earth. Remember in Antarctica. The
Yeah,
alien was already on Earth in the past, but in the future it's an alien. And that girl was like, and they said we having a war out there in the future, and we're losing. And they drafted
right. He
people from
keep
the
going back. Right, they kept
they
going back to the
drafted
future to
people
try to
from the
fight.
past to fight the aliens in the future. It's a
Mm.
great movie. It was cold.
Yeah, Tom
Sentimental. It
Cruise
was
had a
cold.
movie like that too, then, but it
Yeah,
wasn't
the
as good.
tomorrow. Yeah, that one with that's on HBO right now. On Max.
What was that movie called with him and what's that chick
Emily
name?
Blunt. Emily
Yeah,
Blunt.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's called Edge of Tomorrow, something like
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
Edge of
just
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. Yeah, that
Yeah.
one was cold. He just keep going back. He keep going back. He keep going back. That shit was cold too. But yeah, that one with Chris Pratt, I'm like, dude, that all
That
the
yeah,
people here old, all the people there young. It was just so crazy. It was a good
Okay. All
movie. It was a good
yeah.
movie.
right, I gotta give it a watch then.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
movie.
Hey, before we go, are y'all into boxing? Cause I ended up buying a fight the other night. Cause I needed something to like reward myself. Cause I was going through a Friday night. Cause that storm came and it literally grabbed my gazebo, and my gazebo was on the other side of the neighbor's fence. That's how strong the winds blew.
Damn, y'all had
Damn.
a storm like that?
Yes,
Yeah, it was
yes.
rough.
Plus the power went out. It was out for like 12 hours. So
Yeah.
I was literally going through it all of Saturday. I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and lay these kids down, bat this fight, and just relax. So I saw the Crawford and Spence fight. I mean,
Oh,
prior to them fighting, I mean, we all assumed that it was just very close. You know, what I'm saying like
he
as
beat
far
the brakes off
as
him.
far as the backgrounds. But
Dude,
yeah,
I was
like
at a white party. Yeah, I was at a white party and I
as
saw
far
that
as the
shit.
skills, it was literally it was like a huge gap between Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. So I was so shocked that he got
They
knocked
already
down
got
three
memes.
times.
Yeah, they got memes all over the internet already. Him looking like
Dude,
Martin at the he
Yes,
fought
yes,
yeah. Tommy
yes,
Hearns was at the fight too.
Summer
Tommy
Harris.
Hearns was
Yeah.
at the fight
yeah.
too.
It was a
He
lot of celebrities came out. Yeah.
yeah, that I swear the best meme I think right now is the one with Crawford. They got him as OG Bobby Johnson. And they got Spencer, the one that was just lifting the little pole. They was like, he got your boy out there still across stereos. And they got Crawford looking at him like that too. I do it look just like both of them too. And the
Damn.
thing is, I had Spence, and I was at the little fight thing, and I was like, I got Spence, and
I
everybody,
had Spence too.
I had Spence G, and he won the first round.
And that was it.
G, and he got the shit beat out of him the rest of the match. Dude, like literally, I'm watching this dude, but as soon as Spence came to the ring, and then motherfucking Crawford came in there with Eminem, everybody like, it's over. It's over. He's like, Eminem walked up with a single rap to the ring with him. Everybody like, it's over. Crawford won this
Yeah.
Yeah, that
he
was
got
a
his ass
bad idea.
whooped. I wouldn't even talk shit like, man, I want a rematch. Dude, rematch me, you lost motherfucking 7-5, you know what I'm saying, 8-4. You know, it was a close match.
Yeah,
Then
that wasn't close. That wasn't close.
it wasn't even a close fight at all. Fuck the
Nah.
numbers. It was a close fight because he's just a nigga that kept getting his ass whooped. He kept going for more. Shit.
Yeah, Crawford, he was just so efficient in his jab and his counter punching and Spence. He was just so slow. He was telegraphing all his power shots, and he just kept being exposed. Poor defense.
I mean, defense was
Crazy.
terrible.
Right.
Defense was terrible.
It look a lot different when you see somebody sparring and when they actually in the ring and they got shit on the line. That's different.
Hell yeah.
So, but yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, doing this again. This is the third week in a row. So next week, I believe I got a Sunday day shift. So we can try again Sunday night. If not, we always got Monday.
For sure, man.
Boy, you know what it is, man. I love y'all niggas. I'll see y'all next week. I'll call y'all doing the week though.
All right, man. Y'all be safe out there. All right.
Peace out, man.